Hey guys, wanted to talk to you all about an encounter that's been talked about quite a bit, but before I do that, I have a friend that is starting to make jewelry. She really likes rocks and things like that, and she is going to start making jewelry out of, make sure I get this right, tourmaline, black tourmaline. It's supposed to get rid of negative energy, stuff like that. So if she starts making it, I may put her link on the page where you can get a hold of her if y'all are interested in some kind of jewelry like that that definitely gets rid of bad energy. It's been proven to work against electric magnetic fields and stuff like that. So, Lori and Drizzy, date 1989, location. I know y'all's gonna know this. Bray Road, Wisconsin. Suspect is a dogman werewolf. Outcome is an encounter that was survived. It's a brisk fall night around 1:30 a.m. All is dark and quiet on the backcountry Bray Road, connecting Highway 11 and County Road NN. Lori Andrezzi is driving home from her job as a manager of the Elkhorn Lodge, and that's when she sees it. At the side of the road, a dark brownish gray figure is kneeling with its back turned to her, short pointed ears being the only real thing that would stand out. Andrezzi drove closer. It turned, showing off its strangely canine face. Its elbows were up, and its claws were facing out. So she knew it did have claws. I remember the long claws. Those claws seemed to be holding roadkill. You know, she also noticed claws, and a lot of other people have also noticed claws. And the roadkill makes sense at why these would be found near roads, railroad tracks, places of travel, because there is a lot of roadkill. We have a lot of that around here. I can go driving right now and you can see it all night. So it does make sense. But what also is scary is a lot of people walk roads at night. So you want to be very cautious when you do that. My mom had an encounter while walking on the road pushing my little sister. Granny heard them many times as they were ran down the side of her door, her windows, and the side of her house. I remember when we were kids at Granny's, you would hear these things just cluck, 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 down the side of the wooden side of the house. And they would scrape on the door and the windows. And damn scary feeling. Uh, I heard the claws ran down the back of my grandpa's chicken house the night that I feel that I did mortally wound one. I shot it in the cattails. I did shoot it. I saw the blood, and I do believe it died. I'll put the link to that video in the description if you'd like to see where I actually shot one. Uh, that night was... I felt payback. Made me wonder if that was used on my dog, the claws. I don't know if it would have been the claws since it was more of a round, blunt object. It may have been one of Grandpa's hose or something like that he may have left out there, but I've always wondered what kind of weapon it used on my dog. The way my dog was killed, the way the vet described it, is it was a round, blunt, forced object that was shoved just above the testicles through that hard port up into his intestines. Its eyes reflected the glow of her headlights. It appeared to be 5'7" and 150 pounds from what she could tell at a fleeing glance. So not a real tall one this time, probably a juvenile picking up, I would say, roadkill. This creature has also been around my granny's in the area that people have reported. Red, yellow, and some blue and green eyes have all been reported in the area that I live in. The canine creature didn't run off, but instead gazed directly into her eyes. There they are again, is where they turn and stand and they look at you like they're trying to scare you away or intimidate you or maybe even lure you over to them. This creature also stared at my mom one time at the steps whenever she was a young girl. She was walking up the steps and this creature laid its head on the steps and she seen it laying its head there, and the best she could describe as what it looked like was a werewolf. I believe it was satanic, she says. It was just my feeling. I don't really believe in werewolves per se, but I believe something could be conjured up. My grandmother was very religious and she believed that too. At some point later, Lori had went to report her story to the Wellworth County Animal Control, and hers would be one of the first to enter into Animal Control Officer John Fredrickson's manila envelope labeled werewolf, and where the first of many sightings of the Beast of Bray Road would first be collected. So she was one of the first to ever see this creature, which is probably, sounds like a juvenile, and probably very lucky for her that it was, or she may have been one of the first victims of this creature. I do believe they feed off of roadkill. I think that you will find them at the back of grocery stores and stuff where they throw the old meat out in the dumpsters. Been a lot of people reported seeing some weird stuff out there at night. I mean, easy meal, you know, like a deer. A deer will travel the path, you know, the path that is least, you know, resistant, and I think they will also try to get their food that way. So be careful when you feed and stuff like that. Make sure you don't leave stuff out there to entice them, to keep them around. Be careful if you're walking down roads at night, because there's a lot of roadkill on the roads, and if there ain't no roadkill, they might just want something warm and fresh that night. So be careful, guys. Bray Road is a place I want to visit someday. I'm sure I will try to make it there one night, and we'll try to visit that together. It'll be alive a little bit, and then also the video, but I do want to visit. That is one of the places on my bucket list, guys. We get that bus up and going, and if we're able to get the bus and get it done, that will be on our list of destinations with the LBL. I appreciate y'all watching. I wanted to drop y'all a video tonight, give y'all something to watch. I enjoy hearing from you guys, getting your comments and everything, so I hope you enjoyed this one. And like always, be careful, keep your head on a swivel, and don't be something's next meal.